Sweet, we're recording. So after 500 attempts of trying to record a video without it just messing up, we are now here with me trying to figure out where the thing was. I lost it. Great. I found it. Better. So today's video was keep in mind, right? I am not a professional in any sense of the word. Uh, but today's video, also in case you're wondering why do I not have my face showing, I'm on my bed right now. And I'd rather not have my, like y'all can tell I'm laying down. Like now y'all can tell, but if I didn't say anything, y'all wouldn't know it out. You get what I'm saying? Just me being an idiot and just exposing myself. But the point is, by the way, I will be posting a more video in a bit. The point of me bringing this up is I want to showcase how to do research on if you have any health issues, right? Because some people just don't want to do it because, the habit of Google being like, you mean death? But I want to show people how to do it and how I do it, right? So here is what I will say to be enough with. I'm not a professional and I do not agree with self-diagnosis. Self-diagnosis is not a good thing. Using the research you do to be able to identify what it most likely is good. But just self-diagnosis by itself is not good, right? So, here what I do. Right? Let's use two case studies. One that will be for myself, and another one will be for someone else, right? Spider. Now, let's begin off with why myself. Because I'm pretty sure I kept calling the wrong part of my leg the thing. Like I think I'm calling it hamstring. So let me just do that one first. Nah, I'll do that later. I'm pretty sure I keep calling my hamstring and my Achilles two different things, but I'm not sure which one it is. So we're gonna figure out which one is hurting because of me exercising. Um, and then when it comes to this is the other one will be about my friend Spider who's sick. Now, why do I want to help her do that? Because I want to help her. As I said myself, I want to help her, and I figured it'd be a nice, cool way to help her out. Being able to be like, yeah, this is what you have, I think, or these are the most likely options. So, to begin off with, we're going to start off with her, right? Because she's more important. So, let's begin with what do you do? First, you have to actually be aware of the symptoms and things that happen around them. So, to begin off with, you'd be like, or in this case, I'd be like, okay, so her family was sick around Sunday, and she told me she got sick around Wednesday to Thursday, which means there's a roughly, well, she told me Wednesday, which means there's a roughly, give or take, 3 to 4 days incubation period, right? Hence why I looked that up. Then, once again, her family was sick. She doesn't travel much, but her mom leaves out the house and whatnot. And I'm pretty sure last time they left out, it was her mom and her sister. So her brother doesn't really leave out much often. I mean, that 9 times out of 10, it arrived from one of them, right? Uh, she has not worked out in a decent bit. She has been stressed out, partially because of me, my fault. But she has been stressed out. And this fun fact, both of those working out can sometimes you overwork yourself lead to weakening immune system. But also, if you stop working out slightly, it could also lead to weakening immune system. Not as much, but you can. Along with stress being one of the key things that can weaken your immune system. It's like one of the mental the mental ill faculties of your brain that can make you weaker, like stress and depression are the two that most commonly make you sick. Which is, let me tell you, that sucks. Because, like, imagine you're already going through the ringer and then you get sick because you're going through the ringer mentally. It's like, why? Who decided that? Like, call me Eskimo because I'm questioning why. Who decided that? Let me pause real quick. But jokes aside, sorry I had to go back here to pause it. Let me actually move this tab to. Actually, no, let me not do that because I know that the second I do that, it will take me somewhere else. Yeah, I was thinking about using this one instead, in case you're wondering, but my friend told me about this, so I was like, you know what? Nah, let me just do it here. It's funny because I'm using it for work, but also I don't use it for work. But yeah, The point of me saying that is stress can be a cause of it, right? So now let me break down some things that she had been saying. So one, she have a massive headache. So that's a really key important thing because not everything give you a headache. She's been even more tired than she normally is, and has experienced muscle fatigue, even though um, like she didn't work out that area, right? Now, granted, that muscle fatigue was a little bit ago, but I'm assuming it's still there. If not gotten worse. But I'm gonna include it just in case because it helped kind of limit it. So the first thing I did was look up incubation period because that incubation period is one of those things where it's like if you need to identify a disease, it's like one of the top things I would say. And I'm gonna stick in between the in L in oh my god, what is this organization called? NIH, I think is the actual name of this web organization, and CDC. Why? Because those are the two most trustworthy sources. Yeah, NHI. Or any other colleges that I come with. Now, you can see here that mosquitoes do come up sometimes, but I'm not going to choose it because of the fact that, you know, it's not mosquitoes. It's winter, and she lives in a cold climate. And speaking of which, you can eliminate this because this has a rare few chances of happening. It's never been documented before. Oh, yeah, has not been reported yet. This report is present. 4 days. Oh, here it is. First of all, mosquitoes. Second of all, Danya. She hasn't really left the house recently. And lastly, 4 days. And typically doesn't happen. Typically happen 9 and 6 days. And for the immune, this amount, right? I mean, for the non-immune, that. So most likely not that. And also when you add on other conditions, you can eliminate this because smoker, which doesn't help. So we can eliminate that tab. Sorry for doing that. And then we come through here. Yes, I did read everything else beforehand, but now we can look at stuff. So keep in mind, once again, live in the United States and in the colder climate that all of these normally tell you. And we're currently in winter as of recording this. So we can eliminate most things that uh, cold climate or anything like that. And I'm gonna eliminate HIV. Also, you can eliminate any that have the dates that doesn't line up. So take for instance, we know it's 3 to 4 days. So a lot of these do have it, but HIV, I can eliminate it because I know it's not that, but I can also eliminate it because it's not within an incubation time. Same thing with some of these. So that's why I say incubation time is important. So now we are left with a couple of these, but you can also eliminate a lot of them because of it. So right now, the one that I'm really looking at are COVID, from here, of course. Now I'm gonna try to ignore my own personal knowledge as much as I can because that wouldn't be fair, right? We're showing how to do research. So the first one I would say I will eliminate COVID. We have COVID and influenza. Now before we continue, let's see if there's anything else that matches with it. Typically, yeah, spread and chocolate, yeah. So most of them otherwise don't have it. Uh, Now this one is possible, but I think it will be. And we can emulate this because once again, not in the right area. We can go down some more. And those are way too long. Once again, way too long. I didn't read past that actually. Not bad. Um, but like we can pretty much lead to influenza and COVID. And keep in mind this is for travel. This wasn't very precise for what I needed. But here we go. Now we already know what it is, right? We can identify two things that we think it is. So now we're gonna look up the two things right now that we think it is. Influenza is another word for the flu, right? Uh, that was one of the things I thought it was. I forgot that influenza can also be a flu. And then let's look up a code too, because oftentimes you can have a similar system and be confusing, right? So here are our top three current things. Now we can go into more detail about it. Let's talk about We can kind of look at the causes and spread, but that's not that necessary, especially for something as common as flu. It should be basic on why, right? Uh, Boom. Let's get the symptoms. So let's see. Let's wait until we get all the symptoms up here. What is this? I'm gonna see if I can find a different one that is a reliable source, maybe. But you want to try. I will always say try to stick to the CDC and H. I mean NHS. You know what I mean. Try to stick to those two because they are doctors. Like they have a lot of things they know. So let's look at COVID. First of all, it's been the time span, and given how long it's been since she said she's been feeling fatigue, if admission fatigue, it could include that, right? Cough and chills. She has been getting cold, but it's hard to say for sure because of the fact. Well, fever. Don't know if she has a fever. Chills. She did mention like being horrifying, like one spot, but we can kind of put that lenient because of the fact that we do know that it's winter and she's living in a colder place. Coughs. Don't know. She does cough often though, but I highly doubt that's a sign of that. As she did cough for a while since I knew her, right? Keep in mind, I don't know all this, so if she get back to me, I can add more information and be easier to figure out. But I don't know. Typically breathing. She haven't said anything about that. Sore throat. Hasn't said anything about that. Runny nose. Nah, haven't said anything about that. Also taking spell could be important. Um, One thing I learned, one thing that most people probably know about COVID is that oftentimes because of the fact that people lose the sense of taste and smell. Give me a second. Oftentimes because people lose their sense of taste and smell, it can lead to them wanting more food afterwards. So if it was COVID, it and her family caught that, it could explain why they wanted brownies. Also, some things you can't taste. Fatigue. Once again, she been falling asleep more and been feeling some body fatigue. So both of those do line up. Headache. I've been experiencing bad headaches. So overall, we have some symptoms that work, some that could work, but we're not sure about. So this is a good contender. But one of the things that okay, look, here are some more things. Inability to stay awake. She have been falling asleep even more recent than before. Depends on the skin tone. So I look at that, I could probably be able to tell. Um, but I haven't had any photos for recently. So here's the important thing, we can't tell the difference just because the symptoms alone. So as likely as it is for COVID-19, that means it's equivalently as likely for the flu. We're still gonna look into the flu, that way you can get like some things, but just so you know, it's hard to say if comparing those two. Once again, chills, fever, cough, sore throat, I know. Some of this stuff, tiredness, especially in this case. Uh, no, that's not everyone with the flu has fever. That's important to know. So people give you recover in a few days to less than a week. People with invalid conditions such as phenomia, anomia. In this case, so I don't know if they gotten better yet, but if they did get better, which I'm pretty sure they probably did, that would make line up with a flu. So if I once I see and I'm like, hey, did their family get better yet? It will line up with the flu than COVID. Now, of course, it's hard to say for sure, but it's a possibility. Uh, Gradual. So it doesn't seem like that happened. Now, this is a really important, right? Because this actually could tell us some things. She have had a headache for a decent bit, but keep in mind she does drink coffee. But they have been getting worse. So it could be the coffee or it could be sign of a cold, right? So it could be that. Fever. Haven't had a fever. I've probably somewhere, but it is important to know. Aches, common slight. So some part of her body did ache. So we can put that, as a good marker. Fairly common chills, once again cold, but not really precise in that because of temperature wise, right? Fever and weakness, kind of both. She did, have been going well fatigue and weakness. She had been going to sleep more often, so you can include that. Just discomfort cough, unknown to me. Therefore, knows is common. Uh, I think last time I heard her talk, she had sniffles. Headache, a boring thing. Let's go back to what I said earlier. She had a headache, so we can kind of eliminate. We can say that it's very uncommon for it to be a cold because of the flu. Versus the flu, which does mean the fact that it will be most likely in between COVID and the flu, right? But let's just look at the cold for the sake of argument, right? Let's see what the cold has, all right? Pretty much a similar thing, but one thing that you might notice is ear affection, sinus affection, which is just saying snuffling noses. Ear affection doesn't really seem to have an ear affection. Uh, okay, I mean, I don't. Oh, that's ways you get affected. Oh no. Doesn't seem like you have any of these side effects. So we can kind of limit it down to based on what I can identify to and know that it's probably in between the COVID-19 and the flu. Right? Now, how will I be able to tell? It will be hard. First of all, I will ask for a picture. Last time I saw a picture of her, she was wearing makeup, so she did look more pale. So it's hard for me to be like, well, because you look more pale. Like, no, we need a photo of her to do that. And I'm pretty sure she did her nails, so I can't look underneath her nail bed unless she like undo them. Yeah, I doubt she's gonna undo them just so she can like have like, oh yeah, I have the flu or COVID. But I could look at her skin color and be like, okay, she does seem more pale or gray, right? And that might be helpful. Um, Now, like, why is this point? Well, first of all, you can get vaccinated, a vaccine shot for COVID. Secondly, it helps understand what it is. And lastly, it's important to know, like, okay, these are like really like what it could be and what things you could do to help with it. Because like you have COVID, putting a cold bag on your head isn't really gonna help. Or if you have the cold, that also not gonna help. But if you have like the flu, and then you got fever because of it, then that might help. Um, But once again, gotta keep in mind, she does drink coffee. And the main thing that she have told me is stressing the fact that she is experiencing heavy amount of like her headache are extremely bad. So instead of looking at diseases with that, another way you could do it is diseases that you can go very precise. So let's do with a 4-day incubation period and with head Also, I'm not sure if she's trying not drink coffee because if she is stop drinking so much coffee, then that could be a withdrawal symptom instead. Boom, well, there it is. So, symptoms: blue fever, headache, neck stiffness, inflammation around the brain or spinal cord. Now, let's see if this works. Oh, who? That's also a really good one that you can look at. Now, this is very interesting. We have another disease that we can look into because of the fact that we use both key factors, right? And this one seems to be more important looking at the spread of it. So let's look into it and see if that's important. Depending on how long this video is, I will probably end it before I do my portion, but it's good to know. Let's see. So, bacteria can. Ooh, fail in 24 hours. Okay. Well, that's not good. And she is still alive as far as I'm aware. Actually, no, I know that she's alive after 2 days. So I can kind of derive the fact that it's probably not this. Um, I can kind of derive the fact that if she got it from the family, it's not either one of these. Meaning probably bacteria or virus. Direct contact with the nose or throats. So, because of that, we can eliminate two of the three being these two. Transmission, direct contact with the nose or throat. Mm. Sharing utensils or glasses, sneezing, coughing, someone's face, or facial fecal, aka poop contamination. Fecal, there it is. First of all, this is all AI, so let's actually look at something that could tell it directly. But based on that, we can say no, it's probably not that. Because one, I don't think she shared utensils or glasses with her family. Two, I highly doubt that they've been sneezing onto her face. Three, I can completely eliminate this. Four, like, no, that would imply like kissing or whatnot. So we can eliminate that because it's her, she got it from her family. So yeah, we can pretty much eliminate this. Uh, I don't. Who that is? Oh, look at this. He doesn't look at who that is. So adolescents or young adults, which she would be, uh, are at particular risk, while elderly are at risk of. So she can be at risk, but it doesn't seem like it. People all over the world are risk of eye disease recent. Oh, and it's not really likely because the highest disease transmission isn't in America. So you might not see it coming. Yeah, so as you can see here, kind of the same point. Carrying guns. Or, okay. We can eliminate this because she's not a baby. Also, we could probably look into cannons, but how often does it spread? Because, you know, that doesn't matter. Uh, bum, bum, bum. Yep. I mean, there's weakness of limb, you could say, but besides that, and headaches, well, we have secret fear. So that's like stuff that can happen. And she hasn't mentioned anything else outside of headaches and maybe altered mental states. Depending on like stress, like how stressed out she been. You could argue, but that's I don't think that counts. But she's been stressed for a while, so we can eliminate that. Let me see how long this video is. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do my part. Sorry guys. I'll make that into another part maybe. So lastly, what we look for is just a double check because why not? You can never be too safe. Let's see if there's anyone that come with headaches. Brain injuries, no brain injury, no brain tumor, no blood vessel disorder. Infections, probably not infections. Sorry, became my brother. He did not knock. Where is it? All my siblings. Migraine. Yep, had a migraine, but that's not very important. All these are kind of individual things that can cause it. Temporarily, what? Temporary meaning like not often. Memory, I think that's a part of your brain disorder. So a temporary issue of your brain. I'm pretty sure that what that is. Let's see. Bum 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 bum. Nope, I was wrong. It is temporary. Oh, actually, huh? Mm, this is actually very important. I will copy this down because something that she had told me before does line up with that. So that's something else you can look into. Dehydration, that could be it. I don't She doesn't drink. She does drink water, but maybe not the most. We can eliminate things like acute hyper. Well, let me go make sure. If you don't know for sure and you don't know how to break it down or can't break it down, uh, then let's look it up. I wouldn't say use AI, but doing some of this. Yeah, see, infant adults are gonna appear, but you know, it's mainly infant from what it seemed like, and also seemed very life threatening. Or genetic. I mean that it can be legal. Short-term memory loss. Don't think she even having that. Increased reflexes. Well, if you know everything else, that's pretty good. If you know the fact that you might die from that, it seemed pretty good. Very high blood pressure. This could be derived from stress, but it typically isn't very high. Blood pressure inside your head, know about that. Yeah. So overall, we have three picks. One, COVID. Two, the flu. Three, this this word. And that's pretty much how you do it. So you would search in multiple different ways. Make sure you look it up. And matter of fact, let me double check, like I've been saying, by using dun 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 this a website that should be trustworthy. But yeah, like first of all, don't just rely on the first thing you see. Go look it up. See, yep, this could definitely be a cause of it. Yeah, this could be the very much cause of it. So that's good to know. But yeah, like make sure you do your research and do it very carefully. Do not self-diagnose yourself. But when it comes to figuring it out, first of all, key to research it in multiple different ways because you can find it, you can search it differently sometimes. Start off by looking into the things that could affect you that could have happened because of it. So I would say incubation period, like what time frame do you think it could have been caused by? Symptoms, what were you doing? And most likely, if you can derive this, how do you get it? So, like, let's say someone accidentally sneezed in front of you the other day, be like, someone sneezed in front of me, so most likely did derive like that. So that's important. So take all these steps to figure out what it is. And with that being said, this will be the end of today's video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Just